Hey everybody, welcome. It's Mazarine Chase of Wild Women Fundraising and Wild Nonprofit Leadership. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a fundraising resume with no experience. So let's say that you are trying to break into the fundraising field. How do you do it? This is a question that I asked myself as well when I was just starting in fundraising, and I really didn't know any way in. So I'd had publishing experience, I'd had volunteer fundraising experience, but I didn't know what to do to break into a role. And so what I ended up having to do was actually start my own consulting company, teach some other nonprofits how to fundraise as I learned myself, help them establish themselves in marketing, getting sponsorships, doing events and grants, and then move on to a full-time fundraising role. But if I knew then what I know now, I would have made a resume that looks something like this. So I'm going to share this resume with you from my book, the Get the Job, Your Fundraising Career Empowerment Guide. So if you don't have fundraising experience, what you can do is make a resume that looks something like this. You can put the highlights of your career, you can put in your relevant skills, and then you can put in your related experience or unrelated experience and your education, including highlighting the classes that you've taken in fundraising, which you should have done. You can also put in if those classes were for credit. And so let's just break it down a little bit here. The top of the resume is really simple. Just put your phone number and your email address because they don't really care where you live. And also, I've had bad luck with sending my resume to nonprofits. Sometimes they add me to their email, their mailing list without my permission when I send them my resume and put my address on it. So I just wouldn't do it. If you're not going to get hired there, you're not going to give them a donation probably. Though some nonprofits do like to see that you've given them a donation before you apply. So just FYI. Objective, you want to put in your objective right there, especially if it's something that you've never done before, like being an events coordinator. Then you want to go into highlights. So experience in planning events for nonprofits, excellent problem-solving skills, highly skilled in publicity. So those are some things to think about. Why are you skilled in these things? Because you've done them, right? And then you break it down a little further. Event planning. So planning events. How do you know that you can do this job? Because you coordinate an event for 400 attendees with a committee, it's okay. Logistics of the event, you can say included liquor license, street closing, and food vendors. Volunteer coordination included scheduling, and so on. Problem solving, your experience working with limited budget, always a consideration in nonprofit fundraising. Coordinating potential vendors, recruiting and supervising volunteers to set up the stage, sound equipment, decor, and games. Finally, publicity. You supervise the design and creation of a street banner, creation of distribution of 1,000 flyers, online outreach, successful in getting 5 sponsors for the event. You sound like you know what you're doing at this point. So you can also say, I'm an accountant right now, but I'm a board member at another nonprofit. That's another good way to show that you have leadership skills. And then finally, you can say I have a BA in something completely unrelated. No one's going to care. And then the classes that you've taken, if you took a class at Austin Community College, at the Foundation Center. So this is, in a nutshell, how to make a resume for somebody that doesn't have any fundraising experience. It's something that I help people do all the time. So if you really want help with this, feel free to email me, info@wildwomenfundraising.com, or give me a call at 503-673-3863. All right, stay tuned for the next video where we talk about how to do a fundraising resume if you do have experience.